Hey, how we all doing today? It is your friendly neighborhood Mario back again with another Minecraft house tutorial. So today we have this cozy rustic mountain starter house that's perfect for your survival world. It features a mixed stone construction with a less traditional style of roof, which uses spruce logs to break up your typical A-frame. Since we have such a simple rectangular shape today, there are many details to give, some life to the build. Some are structural, such as, the wooden overhang and the house extension at the back, while some are purely aesthetic, such as the fence gates, bushes, potted plants, and campfires, which all contribute to an overall rustic and rundown vibe for the house. So, kicking things right off here, these are the materials you're going to be needing for this house. Of course, for our main framework, we have the spruce log. I usually go with oak, but tried something a little different, more of that rustic mountain look. So we have the darker wood, and with that, we have all these dark wood blocks here. We have the dark oak, plank stairs, slabs, trapdoors, fence and fence gates. You're going to need all of the same in spruce as well, which should be pretty simple if you find a nice mountain biome for yourself. As well, we're going to be needing some campfires. That's a really big part of this build as it creates a lot of detail and depth. We also have these 3 stone blocks for the main body, the main walls, the stone foundations, a little bit of bricks for the chimney, not too hard to get, and then some additional detail blocks here on the outside, such as leaves. I go with spruce because that's probably the most accessible in a mountain, barrels, flower pots, and flowers of your choice. And I forgot to mention you'll need signs and a door of your choice as well. So guys, your general floor plan is really simple. The main body of the house is just a simple rectangle like so. I'll leave the dimensions on screen right now. But starting off, we're going to be raising these 4 corner bits up by 4 blocks. And then these 2 middle ones by 3. Next up, you want to go ahead and get out your stones. And then we're going to lay out the main walls immediately. So I'm going to go through and texture it on the spot here. You can simply just place down all stone and texture it later. But what I'm going to do here is fill in walls 3 high up till this log here. Repeat it on the other side as well. And then for either side here, you're going to be indenting 1 block like this. And then you're going to be building up until this log, and then I'll show you what to do after. So starting 1 block inwards here from the edge of the stone, you're going to be building up and then cap it off like so. So you have a peaked little stone section like that, and repeat it on the other side. So following this, we're going to finish up the main structure here by laying down the rest of the logs. Get out your dark oak stairs. So starting from the front of the house, well, you can make either side the front at this point. But starting from this side, we're going to be doing upside down stairs going inwards like that. And then we're going to be doing a log on either side of that. Next, we're going to be doing upside down stairs facing forwards like that. And then we'll put spruce logs on top of that. And then at the very top, you'll do the same thing, an upside down stair, and then a log to top it off. Now just repeat the same thing on the other side. Like so. For this middle portion, we're going to be using spruce stairs here and here, and then just build up any way you'd like. I'm personally going to be doing upside down spruce stairs for the interior. And people actually requested that I show off an interior or show some kind of interior for these tutorials. So I'll be trying to come up with a simple one for you guys today. And yeah, but anyways, you should have something that looks like that for your roof. Definitely a little bit out of my comfort zone. It's definitely a different style from what I usually do, but I'm happy with how it turns out. Next up, you want to get out your dark oak stairs here and just fill in the roof. But you want to leave a gap here. This stone wall bit, you're going to be going up one starting from here, and you're going to fill it in all the way, skipping this first layer. And at the very top here, we're going to be using dark oak slabs. And then repeat on the other side, skip that first layer. And you should get something like this. Now to fill in these gaps here, we're going to be doing spruce planks on either side here, a dark oak fence in the middle, top it off with a spruce slab, and then put trapdoors on top of the full blocks. So you should get a little something like that, and then repeat it on this side as well. And funny enough, we're gonna do the exact same thing here on the other side of the build. Boom. Like so. Now before we get into the main details here, let's just top off the roof here. We're going to be using dark oak slabs and trapdoors. So for this middle section of logs, you're going to be putting trapdoors on top of all the logs. And then for the outer portions, you're going to be putting slabs on top of all the logs, just to cover up that bare top, like so. Very, very nice. On all the corners here, except for the back, I'll be showing you, we'll do an upside down stairs at these pillar blocks like so. Just go around and do an upside down stairs. Skip this inner portion for now. Upside down stair, and then we'll do one on these logs as well, but just don't go into this back portion. Now underneath all of these, we're going to be doing a fence gate opening towards the stair like so. Oops. I love that sound, by the way. It's so like rickety. And boom. I kind of been hopping on like this whole fence gate wave lately, and it looks good. It's a really cool detail, a cool little support block. And now to connect things in between, we're going to be doing slab, trapdoor, slab with the dark oak here. And just connect it up on these two sides like so. And then on top of these, we're gonna be doing campfires. Get out some water as well. That should be a given if you're working with campfires. But you're gonna be doing dark oak trapdoors on top of these stairs, and then in between all of these, we're gonna be doing campfires. Preferably make them go in the same direction. And before your house burns down, sploosh them with some water like that. You can definitely just use water buckets, but I like the water bottles. And you should get something like that. So you can see how without this little spruce portion, it would be kind of a drastic change into the dark part of the roof. But this is kind of a nice transition into the darker roof. So let's repeat that on this side. Remember, trapdoors on top of the stairs, and then campfires in between. Boom, boom, boom. And then splash them out with water. So you should have something like that, looking a lot better now that we have these little overhangs creating some depth. So coming around to the back side here, we're gonna work on a little extension to the house. So I like to make it a little bit uneven just to mix it up. We'll come out like 1, 2, 3 on this side, and then we'll do the same here. So just like a very small extension to the house. And then we'll texture it up just a little bit like that, and then we'll build it up like a little bit up till 3. For the roof on this little extension bit, it's just gonna be very much up to you. It's a very like messy spruce kind of thrown on roof, but generally I like to have you know, the same upside down stair fence gate supports here, so we're gonna add 2 here. You could do more, but I think we don't want to go like overboard with this. So I'm just gonna start building it up here with all slabs to start with, and then we'll keep this outer edge a little bit lower like so, and then just start building inward, and we can break those two, cap it off like that, and we can actually just break all the wood details in there. So this looks okay right now, but obviously it's a little bit plain. So we're gonna detail it up here. Some of these blocks we can replace with campfires. We'll do upwards like that, maybe a little trapdoor underneath, right? Some of these we can replace with trapdoors all together, maybe up here. Get a campfire, oops. Get a campfire like over here, sploosh them out. Some of these you can add like trapdoors underneath, fill in any funny gaps you see like that. And you'll just get something like this once you mix in a few trapdoors and campfires. Obviously, like this middle portion is a bit hard to do since they don't necessarily line up right for you to incorporate them, but you should get something that looks like this. Just a nice extension bit to the back of the house, making it look very, very like rundown and rustic. Before we get to the front here, we're gonna do a very little side detail here on the side of the house, just like a little overhang here as well for some extra, you know, outer storage and whatnot. Here on this side, we're gonna be coming out 1, 2, 1, 2, and on the second block you're gonna have a pair of 2 tall fences like so, 3 blocks apart, and then you're gonna connect them up with trapdoors, and then we'll have campfires running right in front of them, so like this, splash, 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 splash. And then you can see that this doesn't really connect up to the rest of the house well. So we're gonna break these and kind of work on a transition here. So instead of what we have here, instead we're gonna be going with stairs, slabs. So we're gonna have a stair, and then a slab like so. That way there's actually no gap in between the overhang and the rest of the roof, and it kind of just works out like that. We'll have a space for a door here. Clear out this, you know, gross inner part of the wall that we don't need. Yeah, something like that. You can even clear out this bit to give you a little extra interior space. But there we have a little overhang. Next, for the front of the house here, I think this is almost done. Yeah, it's almost done here. Might add a couple windows, who knows, but here we'll have a spot for a door, and then a spot for a window here. For the window, we're just going to be doing simple fence windows like we have. So I started with the shutter, and then I'm like, why not just continue it all the way? So this creates a nice kind of break in the stone. Fence gates facing inwards like this, continue that to the front. And then to break it up even more here, we're going to have another layer of trapdoors, this time the darker chocolatey wood, and then we'll have another set of fence gates as well supporting that. And that just creates a very nice sense of depth and detail. I felt it looked a little more plain, so since we already have this guy here, we're gonna break it, and then we'll do a trapdoor window, a little bit different there. Very, very rundown looking. And yeah, there you go. You have a lot of stuff going on in the front now. We'll slap on our doors. I usually slap on the doors like really quickly. This time I just waited till the very, very end here. Boom. Boom, and then we'll work on the chimney here. That's all we need, and then the final details, which are really important for this because it's kind of a boring shape. It's just a rectangle with an extension, so the details really make or break a simple build like this. And now for the chimney, I thought like maybe this corner, maybe like right here. So let's dig here. We're gonna be curving it outwards like so. Go up one more block, and then we'll have the classic campfire trapdoor thing. So you have a nice little hearth keeping you warm, and then of course we don't want this flat. Never make that flat with the wall there. Maybe bring out some slabs here, add some extra broken down bits to the chimney, and there you have it, a very nice chimney incorporated into the house. It stands out a lot actually. But yeah, I think stone would blend in a little too much. I know a lot of people do stone chimneys with stuff like this, but we need some form of, you know, vibrancy. We need that contrast. So in my opinion, this looks good. You can maybe switch it out with stone if you think it's too out there. But yeah, now finally onto the details. We're gonna be using spruce leaves, get some flowers out your barrels, your campfires, maybe some of these guys. So at the front here, we can have maybe a little table, have a flower there, some bushes, just have some wood bits scattered around as well, maybe fallen from the house. And then with these campfires, we kind of just like to scatter them on the outside of the house, kind of like extra lumber stored up for the winter. Some of it went into the roof, right? Well, that steam was up there for a while. And then yeah, just have some wood bits and leaves coming from there as well. Very, very nice. Some barrels as well stacked up. Maybe a little plant in this corner. Boom, very nice. Just fill it in nicely here. We'll have another one here. And I find for this type of build, it's a little bit harder to go overboard because I kept the walls plain. These are all flush walls. So you really want to just go at it with the details, in my opinion, for something like this. Definitely more is better. There is a limit though. If it starts to look, you know, too busy, definitely tone it down, but you can be the judge of that. And then just lots and lots of extra, you know, stuff down here under the little overhang. Boom, another flower maybe. Boom, I think that looks pretty good in my opinion. We have a good range of details there, a good bit of lumber piled up here. Most importantly, it's these campfires. These campfires just add a lot to the entire build here. Make sure you have plenty of those stacked up around. But now that we have the main body of the build here, I think this looks really, really nice. I'm gonna do a little bit of interior work here and see what I can come up with, just to give you guys some additional ideas of what you can do to enhance the build, make it a little more homely and whatnot. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Oh man, I'm always forgetting the little things, guys. I forgot to put some trapdoors on these two front stairs as well. Other than that, we shouldn't be missing much. We can do it as well on the back here. Yeah, there we go. That makes things a little bit more uniform. One additional detail I almost forgot here as well is with these dark oak signs. Just because these exposed planks are so bare, we don't have campfires to cover them up, you're just gonna want to have some blank signs on top of them to kind of ease in that transition and just cover them up, add a little bit more detail there. Alrighty guys, so I went ahead and planted some little bushes as well on the outside. I think that adds some extra detail. Boom. Yeah, I'm really liking this now. So here we have our rustic mountain house going on. Very big, like farmhouse look kind of. And the stone is just very warm and inviting. Somehow stone is like that too. I don't know, stone and wood. It's just so nice. Okay, well, here we have one final spin of the outside here. Not much has changed. I added one window there, but not a whole lot has changed, like I said. So going in here, it's actually it's pretty spacious, but also tight. As you can see, I have a lot of hanging items as well for that extra flash of color. So immediately here we're greeted by a lot of storage. We have elevated storage up here, some ground level storage in the barrels, and also some storage in these barrels hidden on the floors. These are a little hard to place in since this is the bottom texture, but all you really have to do is go underneath the house. And speaking underneath the house, you can obviously just expand by creating a basement level. So, you know, any house I do, that's always an option. And then the big hearth here, of course. The smoke can actually escape through that if the chimney doesn't work, which it doesn't. But anyways, small little kitchen here, and then a little workstation here. Heading upstairs, we have the main bedroom, a very tight little loft area. Definitely usable though. It's very tight and cozy little life there. But I think it works out really well. I think I tried my best and made the space work for what it is. So there you go. That's a little bit of interior inspiration for all you that want it. But that is going to conclude this tutorial, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more like this. This obviously was a really different style from what I usually do, so drop a comment below letting me know what you thought about it, and leave a like if you did enjoy it, of course, and sub if you want to see some more awesome tutorials from me. So that's gonna do it, guys. This has been Mario, and catch you all next time. Peace out. Goodbye.